Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Get it? Get it? Because there's a clock tower behind. That really was quite a terrible joke, wasn't it? By the way, Jesse's base is looking amazing. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for us to break out of this one chunk build that we have here, and it's time to start doing some of the area that is around it. And I don't want to do landscaping in this case. Landscaping would be cool, but this is such a Victorian style clock tower that bushes and things like that just aren't going to work for this. So we're going to have to go a little bit bigger. And for today's episode, we are going to need a ton of stone bricks to pull this off. And lucky for me, we have a little bit here already, as well as I have some stone in case we need some more. But my idea is to make a port. I want to make a port around the entirety of my build and also stretch over to the other side of this river here and actually have some docks out here in front of our community area. So we're going to start somewhere around this little spot here so that we're not in front of Blue Jay's base. Wrap it around our clock tower over to this side, go up the river a bit, and then on the other side of the river, we'll likely have a bridge connecting us over there, and then maybe some small markets or something over there. So I have a lot of big plans for this area, but first, I'm going to open up the mouth of this river a bit by removing this little small island here. And in case you guys haven't noticed, this is one of my favorite projects to do in Minecraft. I absolutely love making port builds. It's just such a cool thing to have different buildings and shops and clock towers and different boats and just all of that stuff all in an area. I absolutely love making ports. Okay, so that island is now gone, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from right about here. Actually, I may even go right about here and kind of curve it this way. But basically the idea is start here and then make a slight curve out into the ocean and then connect it over to the land somewhere over in this area about. And this is going to be all of the front face of our port. Then all of the section in between here, all of this will eventually fill in with bridges and paths and also some little small buildings just to make this area feel a bit more alive. But first off, let's go ahead and let's just get in that curve and then we'll worry about filling it in. Okay, so I think this is going to be the curve for this side of the river. This is basically going to be my little project over here in the community area. I'll probably extend this back into the river somewhere over into this area and then stop it, and then whatever these guys want to do from here on, I'm not going to worry about. But I'm going to continue all the way over to about right here or so, and then maybe a little bit further back on the other side. But this is the general idea for this side of the river. We're going to fill all of this in with stone bricks and then give it a nice little border up just a bit. In fact, I may even build this up by one more and then make the platform come across. That way there's a little bit more depth from the water level. Not entirely sure on that yet, though. We'll see how we go. But first off, let's go ahead and just fill all of this in. Okay, so the question is this going to look funny if I add blocks along the bottom there? This is going to decide if we bring the entire port up by one block from the surface or not. To be honest, in the grand scale of things, as for how big this entire tower is, I don't think that this matters that much. I don't think so, and I think that the rest of the port will look better if it's on this level rather than on this level. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to bring it up by one block. So really the view that matters for a port is the water view, because this would be where you're coming up into the city. So this is the view that matters the most usually. And as you can see, I really like the shape of this. I like what we're doing here, but the walls aren't big enough. Too high is not good enough. So we're going to have to go down into the dirt in order to extend this down a little bit more and make it look like it's solidly in the ground. Over here, we still need to raise this side up by one more block and then do the exact same thing and make a kind of a retaining wall all the way down here to the bottom. But so far, I definitely like the idea of raising this up by one more block. However, yeah, we may just do some stairs on this side. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some type of trim on the top. I just realized I may have made that sound like I'm doing one block above where it's at right now. No, I mean like where it's at now was a good call. Now what we need to do is add some trim. I really need to learn words better. So I decided to add in this little staircase here because I think that it may look good for us to eventually put some type of community building up here on this roof. Maybe not for the whole community, maybe it'll just be a PB&K thing, but at least something should go on this hilltop because I really, really like this area. So I just went ahead, I made a path up here, put some upside down stairs along the rail here, and made a nice big stairway up. I just think that that looked so perfect there, it would have been a shame to not do it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to continue filling all of this in, and hopefully we'll get something that looks pretty nice here. By the way, under normal circumstances, I would not recommend people building with purely stone brick like this. This is normally very ugly and very overpowering to the eye, but the idea for this port is to not have this stone brick super visible because eventually you're going to add in buildings, you're going to add in shops, you're going to add in small pathways, and this is more of a base for you to put all of that stuff on rather than this being your permanent solution. This is a way for you to get an outline of your entire port. Then you fill in that area with different buildings and stuff like that in between. So back out to sea, and I like it. I like it. I like the shape that's going on here. Again, the walls still need to be lowered down into the water a bit, and in fact, I may even raise the seafloor up slightly so that this wall doesn't have as far down to go, but overall, I like how this is coming out. And as you can probably tell, I was not lying when I said this was going to take a ton of stone bricks. I am almost completely out of stone at this point, and I don't think anyone is selling any that I know of. I may ping the Discord just to see if anybody's selling any, but I think we may have to go on a bit of a mining mission because I don't have that much left. I have a little under 4 stacks. So whenever doing port walls like this, this is the trick in order to make these walls not look funny. Instead of having your walls come down into dirt or something like that, you should always have it to where the wall is supported by what you would assume to be more wall. So basically, you don't want a dirt block underneath these stone bricks. You want it to where you would think that there's more stone underneath there. So for a section like this, you would take out this dirt here on this level, and then these 2 dirt blocks here. So then whenever you fill all of this in, you have something that looks like that, to where the stone is not sitting on top of the dirt, and the dirt can be in front of the stone, but the stone does not sit on the dirt, and it just makes the entire wall look more natural that way. So like this is the mistake that I see a ton of builders do, and they leave this wall on top of that sand because, oh, everything needs to be at the same height. No, go ahead and take out the sand underneath this wall here. It's okay that the wall is longer here than here, because what you can do is your mind will visualize that the sand here is just covering up the rest of that wall, even though you haven't actually touched anything that's behind that sand. Go away, you stupid drowned. Oh, I'm drowning. I thought that was the drown hurting me. Anyway, even though it looks like there's a block right there in front of it, it looks like the wall continues down. Whereas this It definitely doesn't look like that. So you want to extend this down at least until this block here, where this block would be covering up the wall. So can you see what I mean now? I went ahead and I extended this section down into the water, and it still looks like this is a completed wall. It just looks like some of the sand has built up in front of this wall here. But it still looks like this wall is down to that height at least. So you just do that everywhere. If your stone brick is on top of a sand or anything like that, you just remove the block and then you put your stone bricks down into a block that is covering up the next block. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm making no sense. But that's my explanation and I'm sticking to it. So there we go. That is this side's retaining wall made up. And it looks good, and I was able to save on some materials and not having to do the wall all the way down just by doing that little trick that I showed you guys. It is amazing, and I absolutely love that. It's really, really nice and makes this wall actually look nice and grand. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. However, over here where it's deeper, I'll probably bring up some fake terrain. I'll just make up a little bit of dirt and sand terrain to meet up with this wall here, because otherwise that's going to be a huge stone brick wall going all the way down to the bottom, and that's not going to look nice. So bringing up some fake terrain up to probably that level there will look better than stone brick all the way down to the ocean floor. But before I do that, I am almost out of stone, so I am going to put out a call to my truly Bedrock friends and see if anybody is selling stone. And if not, I will have to go on a mining mission.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, Blue Jay. What's up, man?
Oh, just, I've been hanging out in my birdhouse for a little while, all right? I built an AFK. I built an AFK fish farm up there, all right? And I've been chilling over there for most of the day. All right? Just letting the thing run, getting a bunch of stuff. I've got something for you and for Prowl, and we'll wait on Prowl to get in here for the other thing. But this double chest right here is all for you, man.
It's all for me.
All of that is for you.
It's all for me. That's a lot of saddles. That's a lot of saddles. I've heard how big of a fan you are.
I've heard how big of a fan you are of horses, and I know you want to do this whole thing with like riding horses around the server and make that kind of the way of travel. And so I want to enable that for you. I want to get you some saddles, get your seed started, so you can tame a bunch of horses and really equip the server. So those are all for you. Free gift. You don't have to owe me anything.
Free gift. Nothing.
Nothing. You don't have to owe me anything unless you want to owe me. If you want to owe me, then you can owe me. But no strings attached. It's all for you. Take it. It's all yours.
Okay. All right. We may work something out in the future. You may get a horse delivery or something like that.
Okay.
Free of charge, obviously. That's a lot of saddles.
Ooh. Okay, I'm okay with that. So those are all for you. Take every single last one of them, and you can use them however you want. Enjoy!
Thank you, Blue Jay. You're a hero. Beardstone, Beardstone, wherefore art thou, Beardstone?
Hello.
You told me you were going to get up on the balcony, and I was like, "Oh, this is a perfect Romeo and Juliet moment."
Oh, it is. It is, but I don't know the lines.
Oh, I'm here, Romeo. I actually don't know the lines either. Sorry.
No, so good. So good. Well, hello there.
I need cobblestone. By the way, welcome to the server. I've seen you around, and you've appeared in my videos multiple times, but this is our first time actually meeting up for a bit thingy. But I need
one moment. Let me come down. Let me come down.
Okie dokie. Yeah, splash.
Hi.
So I need some cobble, buddy, and I see this appropriately marked barrel.
Yeah.
With Killa's cobble.
I'd like to think that this would be the cobble that you took, preferably. I've chucked in a bit of stone as well. I didn't quite have 20 stacks of cobble, so there's like 19 and a stack of stone. But
that's
fine.
Stone
was what you wanted, so
yeah, I'm gonna turn it all into stone anyway, so it's fine.
Yay!
Okay,
cool.
So here you go, 5 diamonds as we agreed. But I have one more business proposition.
You do?
Yes, one more.
Okay,
You see, you have a very special horse. A very special horse.
Oh,
And
Montague.
Yes, Montague. Montague is extremely fast. I see you zipping around the server, making all kinds of car noises. Oh wait, no, that was me. You were zipping around on the horse, on the server, and you got a fast horse, dude.
I do. I found him in an abandoned village on the edge of a desert when I was stranded in a desert, and he was just there, and he became my friend first try as well. He was just so accepting, and he saved me. He brought me home from the desert, this guy. He's an absolute legend.
Were you walking through a desert on a horse with a no name?
I quite literally was, yeah. My name tag was here, so I couldn't name him until I got home.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
mildly appropriate. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I have a thing that I'm doing for this season. I don't want to use the Nether for travel, which means I need to have different modes of transportation. One of those modes is going to be horses, and Montague's a good horse. And I was wondering if you wanted to go into business with Montague. I'm not asking to buy Montague. I want to use Montague.
I'm slightly concerned.
No, we want to use Montague to make more horses, and then we can sell them to people here on the server or something.
Oh, you want a stud horse?
I want a what?
A stud horse.
Stud
That's
horse.
what that is. A stud horse.
Montague's a stud horse. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Montague's
Yeah.
he is a very fast horse, and I need a very fast horse, and I also need a business partner. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll have to have a chat with Montague about it, but I'm sure he'll be up for that. He'll have a lot of fun.
Please join Killa, please. Won't the ladies or something? Yeah, I think he agrees.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Oh man. Okay, well we will meet up. We will meet up and do that later on. We'll actually make ourselves a proper stable and shop and stuff like that. But first,
That sounds fun.
I did just get a gift. I just got a gift from Blue Jay. And you know what? I just follow me, and I'll share.
I will do. Me and Montague will be there shortly.
So what's the plan now?
can you-
Because
can
you
you-
didn't
can you-
wait for me to build a bridge there, bud.
No. If you turn your back for a sec, I reckon I can get him out.
Okay, all right. Wait, are you breaking my port?
Nope.
Okay, all right. No, everything looks up. Wait, no, you did break my port. You liar.
No. Didn't do
This
a thing,
is not
mate.
a good business relationship. You're lying to me already. This is not
Oh.
good.
Yeah, okay, I'll break your paw ever so slightly, but we had to save our horse, so...
That's a good point. He's a prized. I can't
Aspects.
remember the word for horse.
We'll just put him in with the cows and the shit, he'll be fine.
Okay. So this chest right here, Blue Jay has gifted us a wonderful gift.
That's a lot of saddles.
That's a lot of saddle, and that is pure gift from PB&K, or mostly just from the B out of PB&K. But he's giving this to us, free of charge, nothing.
Okay, where is he? Can I go give him a kiss? Where?
I believe
this
he's
is
up
amazing.
there. He's actually building, so you probably can sneak a kiss on him, and he wouldn't even notice.
I don't know. Maybe that looks scary up there. I mean, I don't even know how he get. I'm just gonna leave him. We'll catch him later. It's fine.
Okay, all right, sounds good. But I figured, he's given us all these saddles. We can maybe get him a gift horse later once we get our setup going. But we are set for saddles, and we can start this business.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. Okay, cool. So I guess we're gonna need to scout some locations and stuff, and
yeah,
figure out where
we'll have to scout
well.
some locations. Maybe we'll do that in the next episode, and
sounds good.
We'll get a area started and get ourselves at least stables set up, and then we'll worry about getting a shop in the shopping district later on.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that all sounds very cool. I like that, and that's a lot of saddles.
Yeah, I don't know. He said something about he fished them all out of the sea, and yeah, I don't.
Oh, do we need to clean them up or anything? Like,
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
Have we checked the quality of these saddles?
I'm assuming that they work.
Well, we just won't look too closely. We'll just put them on a horse, and if they work, right?
Yeah. I trust Blue Jay. He's okay.
Okay. Well, I trust you if you trust Blue Jay, so I guess we're good. I mean, and either way, that's a lot of saddles.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I'll we shall speak again and arrange a date to go find somewhere to build our shiny new stable.
Yes, of course. All right, Beardstone. I'll catch you later.
Awesome. Cool. Catch you later, buddy.
Don't forget Montague. He's a prized possession.
I'm going to go a different way round this time. I don't think that port worked out.
So, thanks to Beardstone giving us some stone, I have been able to start working on this side a bit. However, like I said, I'm going to have to get this area terraformed a bit better. And in order to do that, I got myself a conduit set up. I bought a Heart of the Sea from a wandering trader because we have a pack on the server that allows us to do that, so we don't have to use maps, since Bedrock Edition is not exactly the best with handling maps. And then the Prismarine I got from using the Guardian farm with Zloy. So we have Prismarine, we have a conduit, we are good to go and work underwater for a little while. But I actually need looting 3, and I went and checked the enchanting table with a sword a minute ago, and I actually have it as an option, and I have 30 levels. So I'm going to head over there, and I'm going to see if we can get looting 3 and something else special. Okay, so as you can see, looting 3 is in the table. Go ahead and get it. Ooh, not good. Not good. Just looting 3, but I guess it's better than nothing. I have had horrible luck with this enchanting table, by the way, but oh well, better than nothing, and that will actually come in handy for when we do some end raiding. And that is looking a lot better now. I've also went ahead and added in a bit of railing across the top of the port on all of the sides. It's basically just some upside down stairs, but I really like how it turned out. However, one thing that I forgot was we don't have any docks. I need to get some wood. Okay, so back over here at the front of the port, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a few half slabs come out from the side of this, and then have the dock come out a little ways into the water. So it's not going to be a big port, but it will allow us to expand outward pretty easily, because we can do half slabs here with like some chests and boxes and things that are being unloaded right there on the wood dock. And we can do the exact same thing over here, and we can have 2 small ports coming out in the front here. So we can actually get a fair amount of ships into this area if we do it like this. So I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to come up here, and we will start with half slabs just like this. And I think 3 out will probably be plenty. Okay, so there we go. We have that, a nice little dock here right off the edge of the coast. Now I need to get myself some pillars going up here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use spruce above the water to signify that it's being held up, and then below the water, I am going to use dark oak just so that it looks wet underneath the water. It's a nice little effect that really goes a long way. So I'll probably start over here on a corner, and I'll just build it down to where it touches the ground, and then the second that it surfaces, we'll switch over to spruce. So I think also I'm probably going to cut into the dock in order to do this. So we'll do something a bit like this, bring that to even with the water, and then this right on top. So it's not going to be 3 out in places that these support beams are, but I think that this will actually look a little bit better. So this thing's really starting to come together now. We have all of the different slots, all of the different docks for the boats to go to. We have the open mouth of the river here, and I also have put in some cargo along the dock just to make this area look like it has cargo being unloaded from the boats that we're going to get in. But one thing that this area is missing is some type of crane. I would like to have some type of crane over here kind of hanging over some of the boats. That way it looks like they're using a crane to unload some of the heavier cargo. So maybe I'll do that over in that section and just kind of hang it over the edge of the port wall. It's been so long since I've done a crane in Minecraft, I don't really remember how to do one. Like, I know this is kind of the general shape, but I seriously don't remember. You know what? I was real worried about this, but I think it came out looking pretty good. Not bad at all. Definitely looks like a crane. So we have the crane in, we have all of the docks in, and I think that I'm going to wait until the next episode to get some of the boats in. I have a couple of different boat designs that are going to take me a good while to do, so I don't want to rush them. I want to take my time and get a bunch of boats into this area, so we'll just make that an episode for the future. However, one thing that I do want to do is get in a few market stalls, and by stalls, I really mean it's going to be small buildings, small shops, somewhere along the market here. So maybe 1, 2, 3 like that, and that will be the front 2 posts of this market stall. And we'll have a path coming around through here and over to the dock. Maybe have some type of smaller stand here off to the side in that little nook or something like that. But right here and then right next to there, we'll have another market stall, and then as many as we can fit until we have where the bridge is eventually going to be right here. So I think I can probably fit 3 in this area, maybe 4, but the general design for this is we're going to have these walls like this, and then some upside down stairs like so, just like this. Do the exact same thing on the other side. And this is going to be our layout for the stall itself. Now, we need to bring up some fence gates for a canopy above that, and then behind where the market stall is, where people would be doing business, is going to be like a little building, like a little storeroom for them to have all of their stock and stuff. So they're like, okay, sir, you want fish? Oh man, we're out of stock out here. Let me check in the back. And they walk into their building back here, and that's where they have some extra stock and stuff. It's basically just going to be a couple of really small buildings that are through here. And let's go ahead and just get one of those guys built so you guys can see kind of what I mean. Another little trick that we're going to use for these buildings, for this canopy, is we're going to have string sitting in the middle of the air like this. It's very, very hard to see whenever you're standing far off, and it's going to make it look like these carpets are floating, because carpet does not stay on itself, but you just have a little bit of string like this, and now you can do a nice little canopy across an area just like this across the front of your building, and that's real nice. That's real nice. You don't have to do that big blocky whole block of wool like this, so that's gonna be awesome. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our very first market is in place. We're not actually gonna sell anything in these things. They're mostly decorative, but I like them, and it's going to be the exact same style of house over and over again, except we're going to change out the accent color. So instead of having this blue, the next one may have red or purple or something like that here in the next little market. And also, these market stalls are 2-sided, so if we go ahead and just swim over here, this market is selling to both sides of the street. So if somebody's walking along this shore, they can sell to people on this side of their market. And if they're on this shore, or on this side of the walkway, I guess, they can sell to this side of the market. So 2 different ways for them to sell. And overall, a nice little small market house for people to work out of. I really like this. I broke it. I really like this, though. I think that it came out absolutely amazing. And once we get more of these in, because we're probably going to be able to fit, I think we can probably fit 4. After building this thing, I really feel like we can fit 4 different markets in this area side by side. And then this area is going to look a lot better. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is all that I have time for today. In fact, I'm probably well over my time. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. As well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day.